Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Nabhan Fikri. I'm from 33 5B and I'm here to make video about my English drama Meeting 5. And this is about drama Endgame. Expositions is one is Ham and Clove argue about their relationship. And recent action is two is Nag and Nell reminisces about the past. Ham tells his story of a beggar and a boy, and Ham and Clove argue about whether to end their life. Climax is Clove makes a final speech and exists, and selling action is Clove return races to live but silently remains. And resolution is Ham cover his face and sit motionless. Clove is conflicted man and unable to sit, and obedient servant to Ham sound like a person to Ham. This is character and characterization. And Ham is tyrannical, blind, invalid, main character, unable to walk, dominant. And Nag, legless, elderly man, father of Ham, gentle and fatherly, yet sorrowful and ugly the face and his son ingratitude. And Nell is legless, elderly woman, mother of Ham, reflective, dies during the course of the play. A genre of the play of drama is tragicomedy. Nothing is funnier than unhappy. I grant your that now. Setting of the play is a naked stage about a poetic symbol and a parody of traditional theater with only two dustbins, a chair, and a backward painting to look at. And I will retelling Endgame by Samuel Beckett. The play opened with Ham and Clove still in the silence in the room with from the set. Clove began his chorus, such as removing the seat covering Ham, who is confined to a chair on wheels and two trash bins. Clover's work is finished, although the play has just begun. Clove exists and Ham awakes, commenting on his own suffering when Clove returned. He and Ham discuss why they are together and wearing they should, and as talk the lid of one of the trash bin is lifted from the inside. Nag's hands and face appear above the rims. Nag is Ham's father, has no legs, and lives in the trash bin. Clove gives Nag a biscuit. Nag disappears until he reemerges as Clove leaves to do things in the kitchen. Nag's knock on the other trash bin, and Ham's mother Nell appears. Like Nag's, Nell's face is very pale, and her legs are gone. She and Nag attempt to kiss, but the trash bin prevents them from reaching each other. They discuss their physical infirmities. And Nell chastises Nag from laughing at the Ham misery. They reveal bits and pieces of their past, a past when they were active and happy. Nag tells Nell the story of the tailor, a story he has told countless times before. Ham instantly annoyed by them, as Clove shoves them back into their beds. Ham then insists Clove roll him around the room in his chair. Clove shoves Ham near the wall and returns him to the very center of the room. Ham next orders Clove to look the earth beyond the window. After fetching a telescope, and leader Clove first observes the audience before turning his glass toward the world outside the window. He reports there is nothing on the horizon, on the land, or on the sea. There is no light, only grayness. Ham and Clover continues their conversation, and Clove echoes Nell's question. Why is the pairs day after day? They revisit their rumination about whether it's possible to live with meanings. In the middle of their philosophical musing, Club discovered a flea on his stomach, and sex a large amount of insecticide powder down his path to kill it. At Clove's mention of his bad eyesight and inability to sit down, Ham predicts one day Clove will be like him, blind and unable to stand. Ham reminds Clove that he did take pity on Clove and saved him, reiterating, "But for me, no father, but for Ham, no home." Clove continues his duty by bringing Ham a crippled toy dog, which Clove is building, of which they discuss its coming way. Clove also consults a plan with an alarm clock to sign his obstacle so he ever leave Ham for good. Ham wants to tell his story, but being the ultimate actor, he needs an audience. He makes Clove wake a Nag, who was not one to listen to Ham, but agree after Ham promised to give him a treat. Ham tells a story about the past when he was wealthy and not confined to a chair. In Ham's story is decoration on a Christmas Eve, when a man comes begging for help. The man wants to send for his son, a boy, and Ham finally agrees. As Ham describes the object behavior of the beggar, Clove bursts in exclaiming, "There is a rat in the kitchen." Nag is then is treated and proceeds to describe a silver of Ham's childhood. Nag explained that when Ham was a teeny boy, he called for his father. When he was frightened of the dark, Nag and Nell allowed Ham to cry, and they moved him out of earshot so they could sleep in peace. Nag called for Nell, but get no response, so he slinked back into his bin. Left to themselves again, Ham and Clove resumed their dysfunctional dialogue. In a lull in the conversation, Ham angrily prompts Clove to keep going. A few moments later, it was Clove who argues Ham, "Keep going. Can you keep going?" Clove checked Nag and Nell find Nell's died and Nag is crying. Ham once again demands to be taken to the windows. He wants to feel the sun on his face, but there is no more sun. Clove pushes Ham back in the central place in the room and they check on Nag, who is not dead, only barely alive. When Clove goes to kill the rats, Ham gives another soliloquy, thinking about all the people he could have saved in his distant past and wondering about what the end will be like when his father and son, Clove, failed to respond. Clove returned to announce that the rat escaped and that Ham painkiller are gone. The news of the painkiller elicited a scream from Ham, now doomed to physical misery for the rest of his life. However long they may be, Ham ordered Clove to look out the windows one last time. Clove obliges with the now familiar routine of spectacle and forgiving the leader. As they argue about Clove's effort to look the dimly lit earth, Clove harshly reminds Ham that someone called Mother Peg died of darkness because Ham would not give her oil for her lamp. Their interaction deteriorates as each pushes the other to limits of tolerance. "I'm tired of our going on, very tired," Clove said. The interaction between Ham and Clove is almost completely fractured. Clove fumbles with the telescope as he looks out the windows, and Ham retreats even further into his role as an actor. "I am warming up for my last soliloquy," he proclaimed. When Clove finally looks out the windows and says he has seen a small boy, Ham and Clove are both nonplussed. Clove interrupt to go investigate, but is quickly dissuaded by Ham. Ham announces he does not need Clove anymore, and Clove began making up plans to leave yet again. As he restless with his final decision, he used Ham's theatrical language against him. This is what we call making an exit, Clove said. He leaves only to return traveling clothes. Clove standing silently, eyes on Ham until the end of the play. Ham thinks he is alone and begins to play one last time. Sign says that way we are playing it. Let's play it that way and speak no more about it. Ham delivers his final lines, spreads his hard cries over his face, and remains silent, seated in his car. Number 1 is the pole hang light moved by a pulley system can be above the stage and in the front of the stage, and there may be several in both areas. Number 5 is wheel piece, a construction part of the set, used on stage such as stairs, risers, and platform. Number 2 is trapdoors, a door hidden in the floor in the stage. Number 6 is backdrop, a painted cloth that hangs as canary in the back of the stage. Number 3 is flat, used to provide a lightweight and easy to move and reconfigured backdrop to a stage set. Number 7 is leg, movable curtains on the side of the stage to hide the wings. Number 4 is wings, the side area of the backstage. Number 8 is grand drapes, the front curtains. Number 9 is proscenium's arc, the picture frame of proscenium stage. The grand drapes hang behind it. And number 11 is stage right. Stage right in the actor right as the actors stand on the stage facing the audience. Number 10 is apron, the part of the stage in the front of the portions of the curve. Number 12 is auditorium, a slab floor allows the seat to be arranged to give a clear view of the stage. Okay, this is a last slide. I hope you enjoy my video. Thank you.